Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Mr. Fitness, the body transformation specialist. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known. Now, more specifically, I'm going to talk about 5 little known health benefits as well as 8 little known fun facts about the avocado. Now, over the last few days, I've done a lot of research on this topic. So there's going to be some things in here that you kind of might have known, but there's definitely going to be a few things in here that you'll take away from this video that you had no idea about the avocado. So before we get into the video, let me share with you my journey with avocados and how I became obsessed with the avocado. So my journey with the avocado began about 3 years ago when I was looking for a better way to help manage my blood sugar. And if you know anything about diabetes and you understand that tight blood sugar control is the meaning of having well-managed diabetes. So, one day after eating an avocado, I noticed a few things, but 2 things stand out that were really important. And the first was that I wasn't really hungry all day long. And it wasn't like, how you're just busy all day long and you forget to eat. That kind of not hungry. No, I literally was not hungry all day long. So that was the first thing I noticed after the first day of eating an avocado. And the second thing I noticed, which is probably more relates to having good blood sugar control, is that my blood sugar was the best. It's the best day ever. I mean, the best that it had been in a very long time. And again, I never had really out of control blood sugar, but I never had blood sugar right where it should be. And I mean, literally all day long. And I checked my blood sugar multiple times throughout the course of the day. And it was on point within acceptable ranges, within the ranges that a non-diabetic diabetic would expect their blood sugar to be all day long. So, long story short, I have been hooked in love with avocados ever since. And I actually eat 2 of them a day.
Say what?
So if you guys love avocados as much as I love avocados, then you're definitely going to love this video. So I'm going to be referencing some things. So you might see me looking over here because my laptop is right here. So you might see me looking over there from time to time just so I stay on track for you guys to give you guys the best quality information as possible. Guys, if this is your first time here to my channel, my name is Mr. Fitness, the body transformation specialist. And my main goal is to help make you the healthiest, most fit, most motivated version of yourself through videos just like this. So hopefully today you'll get something out of this video that you can take, and maybe you'll take in your love for avocados, or if you don't love avocados now, maybe you will after this video. So with that being said, let's talk about the 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known. Now, number 1 is the avocado is actually a fruit. Now, before you click off this video, you're probably saying to yourself, I already knew that the avocado was a fruit. That is like, one of the most well-known things. And well, it wasn't well-known to me. And I just assumed because the color is green that the avocado had to be a vegetable. But I was way wrong in finding out that it was a fruit. But here's what you might not have known. Even if you knew that the avocado was a fruit, here's what you might not have known. You might not have known that the avocado is more specifically a berry. Bet you didn't know that. And even if you did know that, then I'm going to tell you something else that you probably didn't know. A little bonus fun fact about the avocado. Or maybe, I guess you can call it a fun fact, is that there are a lot of fruits that are actually miscategorized as vegetables. And some of them are cucumbers, zucchinis, eggplants, tomato, as well as bell peppers. So number 1, the avocado is a fruit, but more specifically, it's a berry. Now, number 2 is that the avocado comes in at 3 grams of protein per serving, making it the fruit with the highest amount of protein per serving. So no other fruit out there stacks up. And when you think of foods with a lot of protein, you probably don't think of fruits. You think of meat, dairy products, protein shakes and stuff like that. No one really thinks of fruits as being somewhere where they can get a lot of protein. And if you really think about it, I mean, 3 grams of protein per serving compared to, a serving of chicken or a serving of steak is very small. But, comparatively, here's one thing about the protein within an avocado that is unique, is that unlike other non-meat protein sources, the avocado has a lot of what's called essential or all of the essential amino acids. So an amino acid is what protein is broken down in the body into amino acids, and then those amino acids are then put back together to do repair in the body and other things. So you have essential amino acids, and then you have non-essential amino acids. And the most non-meat protein sources don't have all of the essential amino acids, and the avocado, according to my knowledge, is one of the only non-meat foods that has all of the essential amino acids. So if you're a meat eater, you might already not, I guess, have much need for this, but the people that are going to have the most need for this this information are those on a plant-based diet, because the reality is, if you're not eating meat protein sources, it's going to be very difficult for you to get all of the essential amino acids. And let's just go back a little bit, I guess. What is an essential amino acid? Well, an essential amino acid is an amino acid that cannot be made within the body. So the non-essential amino acids, your body can make those. But the essential amino acids, your body can't make those. So your body has to take them in through the diet. So that's where it comes in handy, is that when you take in that avocado, the protein from there gives you all of the essential amino acids. So it's pretty close to a complete protein in that respect as you possibly can get. So if you're definitely looking to up your protein sources, and then you're on any type of diet, because avocados are just delicious. But if you're specifically on a plant-based diet, you definitely want to add avocados to the top of your list. So number 3 on my list of the 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known is that avocado trees do not self-pollinate. Now, if you really don't know about flowers, which I am my thumb is the farthest from a green thumb that you will ever get. So I know very little, next to nothing about flowers. So this was something that I definitely didn't know, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that did not know this.
I know I'm not the only one.
But avocado trees do not self-pollinate. So if you know nothing about, plants and stuff like that, and you probably have no idea what self-pollinate means. So to keep it simple, essentially avocados, I guess, are like humans, where you have a female part to the avocado and you have a male part to the avocado. And in a way, these avocados need to come together to form an avocado baby or a new avocado. So what happens is the female part opens to receive pollen, but the male part does not open to, I guess, give off the pollen. And down below in the comments, if I am completely butchering this, please let me know. But I will also leave some links down below to some of the reference stuff that I'm referencing to this. But essentially, they don't open at the same time. So you would need like a type A and a type B plant to you would have to bring these plants together and situate them so they are opened at the same time. So the pollen from, let's say, the plant A, the type A plant, can go in and impregnate the pollen from the B plant to create a avocado, and the pollinated avocado, the pollinated fruit, becomes a mature avocado. So number 3, avocados do not self-pollinate. So number 4 on my list of the 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known is that the avocado is the Aztec symbol of love. So in the Aztec culture, actually that word that, and the reason why, I guess, it's looked at as the fruit of lust and it's looked at as the fruit of fertility, is that I forget the name, and even if I remember the name, I couldn't pronounce it anyway. But the name translates in English to mean testicle. So that's, I guess, kind of how it got the name. And if you think about the way an avocado looks, you can kind of understand where they got that name from. So what would happen in the Aztec culture is then a husband would bring his wife a pair of avocados as a outwardly show of love. And there has been some research, and maybe I'll link that research down below in the description so you can go ahead and check it out, that avocados have been used in South America as an aphrodisiac. So from what I understand, and from a lot of stuff that I read, the jury's still out of its effectiveness as an aphrodisiac, but the Aztecs use it as their symbol of love, and their name for it is testicle. So, hey, fun fact. Number 4, the avocado is the Aztec symbol of love. So number 5 on my list is avocado ice cream. Now, if you've eaten avocados before, or you have any, if you know already, but if you've never eaten an avocado before, then you might have assumed that because of the look of it, it's not sweet at all. But the one thing about the avocado is very, very creamy. And I have never had avocado, I can't even say it. I've never had avocado ice cream, but I am going to try it. And I've been looking at a bunch of recipes online, and I found one that I'm going to try. And I'll probably, in my next video, because there's so many things about the avocado, I could have kept this video going on forever. And this video actually was originally called The 8 Things About the Avocado, but I just kept doing research and kept finding more and more things. And there goes my phone ringing, which, who has a house phone these days? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to leave that article down below so you guys can go ahead and check that out. And if you want to make your very own avocado ice cream, you'll have somewhere to go. And, tell me down below in the comments if you've ever had avocado ice cream, and if you plan on using or making that recipe that I'm going to send you. So number 5, I believe this is number 5. Yeah, number 5, avocado ice cream. So actually, if you're lactose intolerant or whatever the case, and you love avocados as much as I do, give avocado ice cream a try. So number 6 on my list of the 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known is that avocados or bananas actually help avocados ripen faster. So you might have known that if you go to the store, and this happens to me a lot, and because again I eat 2 avocados a day, I go to the store quite often to buy them. So I go to the store a lot, and what do I find? All these overly avocados that are not yet ripe enough to eat. So in doing my research to try to figure out how do I get these avocados to ripen a little bit faster so I can actually enjoy them, what I found was that if you put the avocado in a paper bag, it will ripen faster. But for me, that just wasn't fast enough. So then I started looking for some other things online, and I found that if you put the avocado in a bag with a banana, the avocado will ripen faster. So then I said, okay, let me give it a try. And it actually worked. The avocado ripened it takes about 4 to 5 days to ripen in a paper bag. But when I put the banana in the paper bag, it ripened in about 1.5 days to 2 days. So obviously it worked. But then me wanting to know the why it works, I started doing more research. And what I found out was that there's a compound in the banana called, I believe it's called ethylene or something like that. And that chemical is what causes causes the banana itself to ripen. And another fun fact is that it's not just bananas, but apples also give off that enzyme or whatever that causes it to ripen faster. And the reason why you want to put it in a paper bag, and I don't know if any bag would help, but I guess the paper bag traps the chemical in there to allow the avocado to ripen faster. So if you want your avocados to ripen faster, just go ahead and put them in a paper bag and put a banana or an apple in it. All right, y'all. So coming in at number 7 on my list of 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known is that the avocado has more potassium in it than a banana. So when you think of potassium, you probably think of the banana. But if you were looking for something that had more potassium in it, then you'd be looking, or you'd want to look at the avocado, because the avocado has 975 milligrams of potassium in it to the banana's 487 milligrams. So you're probably saying, well, that's great, but why is potassium even important? Well, here's some fun facts or some nutritional information about potassium. Now, potassium, I don't want to say better known as vitamin K, but vitamin K is, I guess, the technical name, or the name on those charts that they use with all the letters and the numbers on it to signify. I should actually know the name of that chart. So if you know the name of that chart, please educate me on what that is. I know it, but it just ain't coming to my mind right now. But vitamin K, better known as potassium, is one of the most important minerals out there. So here's some of the things that vitamin K or potassium does. So it helps to regulate fluid balance within the body. It also helps with muscle contractions as well as nerve signals. Now, what's more about potassium is a high potassium diet may even help reduce blood pressure. So if you have blood pressure issues, there could be a chance that you have issues with potassium, so you might want more potassium. And it also helps with water retention. So some of the other things that it helps protect against stroke, as well as osteoporosis, and even kidney stones. So now you know that the banana is not the only thing out there that is high in potassium. Actually, the avocado has more potassium. So number 8 on my list is that avocados, or eating avocados, can actually help to lower your cholesterol as well as your triglyceride levels. So there was a bunch of studies that indicated this that I've read, and again, maybe I'll link some of those studies down below, but here's some of the information from those studies that I gathered. So in these studies, the avocado showed that it reduced total cholesterol levels significantly. It also showed that it reduced blood triglycerides by up to 20%. Also, it lowered LDL cholesterol, or the bad cholesterol, by 22%. In this study, it also showed that it increased your HDL, or your good cholesterol, by up to 11%. And one of these studies even found that including avocado or even avocado oil and a low-fat diet significantly improved the cholesterol profile of the individuals in the study. So if you do have high cholesterol or high triglycerides, and I'm no doctor, but if you do have these, you might want to consider adding avocados into your diet. All right, y'all. So coming in at number 9 on my list is that the fats in the avocado may help you absorb a lot of the nutrients in plants. So one thing about a plant-based diet is there's some vitamins and minerals that need fat to be absorbed. So if you're eating a traditional standardized American diet where you're eating meats and you're eating dairy and you're eating all those things, you have absolutely no problem absorbing these nutrients and these vitamins. But if you're on a plant-based diet, you're going to have some trouble because you're not consuming enough fat. And more importantly, these fats need to be consumed with these nutrients, because it's not just about how nutritious the foods you eat are, but it's also about being able to get those nutrients absorbed by the body. And the most important ones are vitamins A, vitamins D, vitamins E, and vitamins K. These are all what's called fat-soluble vitamins. So they need to be consumed with some sort of fat in order for your body to absorb them and utilize them and do what, those nutrients were made to be able to do. So if you're on a plant-based diet and you need to up your fat, avocados is a great way to utilize the nutrients that you are taking in from your plant-based diet. But it's good for everybody. All right, so number 10 on my list is that you can actually utilize avocado as a substitute for some butter in a lot of baking goods. So Butter actually isn't that bad. But some of us still want to cut back on the amount of butter that we're eating. So one of the things you can do now that you know is you can swap out some of the butter that you use in your baking for avocado. Now, you won't be making green muffins, so don't worry about that. But the creamy texture helps to fill in for some of the butter. Now, from the research that I've done, I didn't read any articles or anything that said that they were swapping out all of the butter for pure avocados, but this will give you a somewhat healthier version of cookies and cakes and muffins and stuff like that. So next time you want to make cookies or muffins, try some avocados in substitution for that butter. All right, y'all, so we are almost there. We're at number 11 of the 13 things about the avocado that you may not have known. So number 11 is that avocados are great at helping us release stress. So if you've had a stressful day, try avocados. And the way avocados do that is they're packed with magnesium, and magnesium is considered the anti-stress mineral. And it's actually packed with a lot of things that not only help to relieve stress, but it also helps aid people in sleeping better. So obviously, if you're less stressed and you sleep better, you're more likely to have a more positive outlook on life. So the next time you're really stressed, try having an avocado break instead of a breakdown. All right, y'all, so number 12 on my list is that avocados are actually poisonous to many animals, especially our four-legged friends. So this is one of the things that I didn't know, and I never fed my dog avocados because, well, they're so good, I'm stingy, and I don't want to give anybody my avocados. So I've never actually given my avocados to my dog, but I found out that avocados are actually poisonous to dogs. Now, dogs tend to be a little bit more resistant to the paracin, which is the chemical in the avocado that is poisonous to dogs. So in doing my research, I found that dogs are more resistant than other animals, but birds, that's poisonous to birds. Other livestock, avocados are poisonous to. So just make sure if you do have avocados around your house and you have them in the garbage, make sure your dogs, your cats, your animals, birds don't get into the garbage because it can be poisonous to them. Also, the pit of the avocado can be a choking hazard. So keep the avocado away from your animals.
What the? Oh, shit.
So number 13, we are finally at the end of my 13 things of the avocado that you might not have known. And the reason why I saved this one for last is because it has been a huge question that I've had with avocados ever since I began eating avocados. And it was is that brown part of the avocado, when the avocado starts to go, I guess, bad, is that safe to eat? And I've always kind of thrown that part out, and I've never eaten them before. So I went and did some research because, again, avocados are not cheap. So I'm trying to waste as little as possible. And that's probably another reason why I eat 2 of them a day, because they do go bad pretty fast. So I started researching, and I found out that the avocado, that brown part, I think it's called melanin. Down in the comments, if I'm wrong about that, please let me know. But that is the flesh. It's like kind of like apples. You know how when an apple hits the air, hits the apple, when you open it up and it starts to turn colors? Well, the avocado does the same thing. But that part of the avocado, that brown part that I thought was bad, that was unedible, is actually edible. It's safe to eat. And it's a little bitter, but it's actually not that bad. So I obviously wouldn't let them go completely brown and still eat them. But now I know that an avocado that's a little brown is still really safe to eat. So there you have it, guys. My 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known. And I guess now, if you don't know, well, now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
the 13 things about the avocado that you might not have known. So guys, I'm going to leave some links below again in the description to reference some of the things that I talked about in today's video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you learned something from this video, that's absolutely amazing. Leave a comment below with the one thing about the avocado that you did not know that I gave you today in this video. And if there's anything else about the avocado that I did not mention that's a little known health benefit or fun fact, go ahead and leave that in the comment too below. And guys, I might do a part 2 to this video. If you want a part 2 to this video, go ahead and leave that below as well. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And guys, this is Mr. Fitness, the body transformation specialist, signing off. And as always, where there's a will, there's a way. And I hope you have an amazingly fantastic day. Till next time.